Hello everyone, you are watching the Pro Programmer and I am going to be teaching you about materials and lights in Unity. This is part of the beginner series, so we're just going to be finishing where we just left off. If you just remember, we made this level in the previous video. If you haven't watched that, please watch that before you come here. So now one thing before we go any further, I'd like to tell you that I have resized the cube, which is our player, to about 0.4 because I thought that was a little big. The cube was a little big. So materials and lights. So first of all, let's talk about lights. Lights are basically just lights. So let's learn about the different types of lights. This one is called the directional light, which is mostly used for suns. And one thing about this is wherever you move this, it is not going to affect the lighting in our game. If I move it here, there, here, there, it is only affected by its rotation. As you can see, just it rotates. And if you want to see one more thing, I like to show you that wherever you move, this little sun thing in the skybox also moves with it. The Unity's default skybox. It's really cool. So here are the components. This is the component of the light. This is the color. I want to set the color. Well, if you wanted to change it to orange or black, green, any type of light you want, but I like it the default color that was yellowish. And this is nothing you want to worry about. Intensity, how sharp the light is, but one always works. And shadow type, if you said no shadows, well, you can see what it has done. And if set hard shadows, it's very hard and very rigid shadows. Set to soft shadows, it gives a very blurred shadows effect. This is the strength of the the strength of the shadows. It was just good at one. And well, there is one thing, this flare. I currently do not have a flare, but a flare is a texture that is shown here, this little sun icon. So done with directional light, let's go to the next. This is the spotlight. Now if anyone you has gone to theaters, not cinemas, but theaters, you can see that they have a light that just points a circle around it, just a spot. So let me just reset it. This is that kind of light which I'm telling you about. Just set the range a little bit and then the intensity. There you see it. Wherever this, why is this? Where should I show you? Oh, wait a second, I have an idea. Let me just create a cube here, just resize it up a bit. Okay, now if I move this little back, as you can see, it is just making a spot here, whereas I haven't changed the name, sorry about that. Just reset the rotation. So now you can see that this just creates a spot light on it. This is good for making theaters and places where acts are going on, because it just shines a circle part of it, your object. See, now it has the same as the directional light, but only the new thing at the range, how far the light can go, and there's a spot angle, how wide this angle is, spot angle, and the same intensity, the shadow type, and the flare. It also has a flare, which means this point from wherever this light is emitting to there will be a flare shown, just like that one in the skybox, but this will not be in the skybox. This will be in the game, in the space. Now let's go into point light. This is my favorite type of light. It is the most used type of light in Unity. This has a spherical area which it lights. Now you can think of it as a light bulb that shines. That's why its logo, its icon is also like a light bulb. Here you see, the more bigger I make it, the more intense it becomes, the light. You can see this spherical light. It emits from the center and goes through the whole sphere. Also, its intensity can be set. Just change it to 1 and just see how big it becomes. Sorry for that, I just had a technical fault. Okay, now I'm back. Where was I? I think I was here in the intensity. So it has the same intensity variable that you can set, just like you had in the spotlight and in the directional light. And again, the shadow type, the flare, again the flare would be in the object space. And sorry for that again, just sorry for that. Okay, now let's now talk about materials. Okay, where's our player? No, this is not a player, sorry, that was the cube that we made. Okay, here's the player. Now, as you can see, with all the properties and the components of our player, we also have a material known as, this is the material known as the default material. Now the default material, it doesn't have anything, it's just a white color simple material. So let's just go and create a new folder, name it materials, and in here we'll create a new material. Let's just call it player. Now here, as you can see, we have the shader. The shader is the type of the material. The standard is the type that is selected. This is the most used type. It includes every settings that you would need, most settings. Now there are also many of them which would not make any sense to you. One is the skybox, This is also used a lot. This 6-sided skybox. It is applied to the skybox from the light. There's a lighting settings, I think, yes, the settings. Here's the default skybox material. That one was the default one. Now here are all these textures. This is the, as you can see, the front, the back, the left, the right, the up, and that would be the down. Now the next one is the unlit. This is also used a lot. This, what it basically does is, just let me show you. Where's our camera? Okay, as you can see in the game view, when a material is unlit, it does not interact with any of our lighting in the scene. So no matter how dark our scene is, as you can see, if we do not have any lighting, the scene is very dark, but still the player is just going to be with its color. Well, the unlit color is another, and if you have a texture, you can just say the unlit texture. Now we'll just use the unlit color one, but it totally depends on you how you want the lighting in your scene. But I'm just going to make it a dark game, so the player is going to be my color red. Okay, now we cannot do anything in the dark. We want some lighting. So as we learned, now what lighting do you think we should use? I think the best one should be the point light. Because the point light will emit light in every direction. So if you were to say you just took the spotlight and going to light, it just displays in one direction. That is not what we want, and the directional should never be used, because it will make a very hard and very strengthful sun. So the one I'm using is point. Well, you can use any if you want, depending on your need. Always try new stuff and everything that you like. So as the color of the cube, as the color of the light, I'm going to set it as the color of my cube. And well, I think now that the player color oh no, what did I do? Sorry. Should be a little lighter. No, that's doing it wrong. I think it should go, yes, here. That looks good. Now our scene looks good with a little lighting, but I think that the light here should have a little more range. That looks good. Now for the enemy. Now we haven't created an enemy. Now your enemy could be a cube, a sphere, but also a cylinder. Okay, so it can be a cube, a sphere, capsule, cylinder, not a plane, but I don't know, you can make anything, or a tree. That will look really funny, a tree following you. But just for the sake of simplicity, we'll be using capsule. Okay, now that capsule looks a lot bigger. Just get down a bit. That should look fine. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Now, we should also make a new material for the enemy. Once again, I'll let color, any color you want. I'm just using a sea greenish color on him. Oh, what did I do? Okay, now this capsule is going to also have a light. Just name it light again. Wait a second. Well, this cube, well, this light should be according to the color of our capsule. Good. They're looking really fantastic. Now, I think it all looks good. Looking good. Everything is looking very fantastic. Now in the next video, we will be learning about how to move the enemy, because the enemy will be following the player. That is when Nav Mesh comes. Nav Mesh is Unity's built-in artificial intelligence system that goes from one point to another. So yeah, that's enough for this video. A short note for new people to my channel that I make programming videos on my channel. If you like this video, please leave a like and comment. If you think there's any way to improve my videos, and also subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.